Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back again to the Michael Allen Podcast. Gotten some very good questions regarding some stories about the Bible college experience, some of which I've never heard about. So let's talk about a couple here today. Let's see. There was a question. Did you know about the underground wrestling tournaments that took place in the Bible college dorms? Probably just the men's dorms, but yep. If you'll remember back, this is back to the year 2000. So if you remember back from the year 2000, if you were a dude, you were watching WCW, Monday Night Nitro, and then they had WWF, Monday Night Raw. At the same time, well, probably a few years prior, something called the Ultimate Fighting Championship came out and was starting to circulate knowledge of it. And the fights were on, those VHS tapes. And you kind of got them through somebody who had one, who bought one from a martial art magazine. And then they kind of had one or two of them there in the video store where you could rent. So we were watching Ken Shamrock, Royce Gracie, one of my favorites, Marco Ruas from Brazil, who is Dan Severn. So the early days of the Ultimate Fighting Championship, where you had karate guy versus jiu-jitsu guy, ninjutsu versus kung fu guy, and there was no weight classes. It was literally a 400-pound dude versus some 180-pound dude. So there were no weight classes. It was style, martial arts style versus martial arts style. No rules. I mean, back then, literally almost no rules. Also tournament style. So when you won, you would have to go on and defeat the next guy. It was like Mortal Kombat, where blood sport. So, and then until the very end, where two people would face off, and then one of them would die. And that's how the UFC was going early days. So we were watching that nonstop, practice it on your friends. And then we also had the Monday night wrestling. You had The Rock and Shawn Michaels and D-Generation X and Stone Cold Steve Austin, Sting and all those other guys. And so when you're living in the dorms in Bible college, that's kind of what we did from 11 p.m. to sometimes 1 a.m. And so what we did is we found if you would go down the hallway and on the first floor, at the end, you would have these two little exit doors at the back. And it was a stairwell that would go up to the second floor. Well, at the base there, at the floor of that stairwell, was just enough space for a good bloody wrestling match. Submission only. You can't punch in the face. No elbows, no kicks to the groin, nothing crazy. So it was submission only, because we couldn't punch each other. But we had a lot of testosterone going, and we had to find out who was the best of the best. And man, that was a lot of fun. Tons of carpet burns. More than anything, lots of carpet burns. And the occasional somebody's head would hit the concrete wall by accident. But man, that was a lot of fun. So little did you know that, and because at the end of the hallway, I don't think anybody could hear us, hopefully, because it probably sounded like people being murdered at some point. So yeah, lots of carpet burns. I remember one of our friends named Matt Keaton. I think he was the only dude in the Bible college that actually knew how to wrestle, which is why he never wrestled us, because we were just a bunch of losers trying to pass the time of 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. And so he did show up once, though. But he was a real wrestler, like from high school, like one of the varsity guys, real wrestling. And he was from Iowa, one of those Midwest states, just raised up as a farm guy, raised up as a farm dude on the ranch there. And we had a wrestling match, me and Matt did. It did not last long. I remember him grabbing me by my shoulders with these farmer hands. Have you ever had that happen? Just these hands. It just felt like mandible claws, and I was like, what in the heck? And just whoosh, 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 whoosh. And that was the end of it. And so I don't think he wrestled anybody. I think he just showed up one night because he got tired of us acting like we were Stone Cold Steve Austin in the lunchroom, calling out our friends. Yeah, see you at the end of the East Quad tonight at 12 midnight, man. Be there, loser. Yeah, I think he got tired of hearing that and just showed up one night and just starched everybody that was there. So that was a lot of fun. And here's another funny story that I remembered the other day. The mic checks. Yeah, I'm having to do mic checks here with this thing. But do you remember the Bible college mic checks? If you ever got there early for chapel, and the guys that would be running the sound, they went to our Bible college. They were kind of sound and tech people. They're a different breed, aren't they? They're a different kind of person. Good people. But they were serious about the mic checks. They were serious about the checks of the equipment. But I always found it interesting. They would be doing the mic checks, and it sounded nothing like a real conversation or anything at all. And it went something like, check 1, check 2, radio check, yuck, 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 yuck. And that was the part that got me. I'm tracking with you. Mic check. Mic check 1, mic check 2. I got you. But when you throw in the yuck, 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 you're losing me, man. You're making this crap up. That's not a legitimate microphone check statement. Who says that? Where's that in the Bible? Yuck, 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 yuck. Hee-yah, hee-yah, hee-yah. Yuck, 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 yuck. I've not read the whole Bible, but let me know if that's somewhere because I've never heard it. But that would be the mic check every Tuesday and Thursday prior to the the chapel service there at the Bible college. I think it started at 10 a.m. Yuck, 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 yuck. And it reminded me of the from the show The Muppets, that they had the puppets that were like from outer space. And they would go, yuck, 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 yuck. Maybe that's probably where they got it from. But there wasn't a day that went by and I would hear that mic check. Then I would be like, you got to be kidding me. That is not an official mic check. Or maybe it is. You don't know what you don't know. So that may be the most official mic check around. I don't know. But anyway, that's hilarious. One day the instruments were warming up for chapel. And me and a friend of mine, Ben, one of the Bens, we were walking around front. We were doing some ushering. Everybody had like a little bit of job in the Bible college. And of course, I don't know anything about the sound, so we'll definitely help with ushering. That's a cool gig. And the band was playing dun, 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 and they were warming up. Now, they were not playing AC/DC's Thunderstruck. These kids don't even know what AC/DC is, much less let that be your warm-up song to Bible college chapel. But boy, it sure sounded like it. And my friend Ben just bellows out, thunder, dun, dun, thunder. And I think they kind of went along with it because they're thinking he's talking about the thunder of the Holy Ghost or the thunder of the Word of God coming. And they just kind of went along with it, as he's thunder. Dun, dun, is what the guitar does, but they didn't have a guitar there that day. Anyway, you just had to be in there. The sound of him singing AC/DC's Thunderstruck, with no mic, of course, but just loud enough to where the band warming up could hear it and started playing along with his thunder chants. It was solid gold comedy. I remember my stomach hurting more than anything in Bible college because of how much we laughed and how we had a lot of fun there. A lot of fun. And finally, can you use peanut butter? Can you use crunchy peanut butter for your car scratches? Guys, that's a new one to me. Put in the comments below if that works. I am not going to try it. I'm going to go to the store. I'm going to go to the auto shop. I'm going to buy the legitimate car detailing rubbing compound to remove the scratches, to buff out the blemishes. I'm not rubbing my car down with crunchy peanut butter. I don't know who said that, where that came from. That is news to me. That was pretty dadgum funny, though, when I read that today on my way to the workout room. That was pretty darn funny. Crunchy peanut butter. It would fill in the cracks. It would. But it ain't going to be there forever. It's going to eventually wash out. You're going to have squirrels licking the side of your car. You can bet on that. Some dogs. Dogs will be licking the dogs will be licking the side of the. I just remembered. Do you guys remember? I don't want to say people's names because I don't want to embarrass people. But somebody found a stray dog at the college near the dorms. And back in those days, you could leave your car unlocked. Sometimes I hate locking my car. I don't know why, but back in those days, you could just kind of leave your car unlocked. Somebody put a dog in another person's car in the men's dorms. The men's dorms, man, they were good at pranks. Gosh, man. And I guess it's just what you do when you're in college when you're 20 or 19 or 18. You're just pranking people left and right. This guy, my friend, comes out to his car and there is a full-size Labrador or something that's not his. We don't even know who it belonged to. I just heard about the story. I didn't see it. But yep, sure enough, guy goes out to his car to go to work and there's a full-grown Labrador retriever in the back seat, probably sopping wet from the rain or something like that. Anyway, and see, you got to get it. I don't know what you do with it then, other than I don't know. But that happened. That did happen. Anyway, some more stories coming later. That's it for today. I gotta get on to some housework. I'm reinforcing some subfloor here in my house, and that's kind of time consuming. But anyway, have a good day, whatever day it is for you. Thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm working on stuff here and there whenever I can. I'm doing a little bit of editing. I don't care if it's unedited. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time with this stuff, okay? You're just going to have to watch it. Some stuff, if it's worth editing, maybe I'll cut it out.